Welcome to Coronach, my favorite town in Saskatchewan. Why is that, you ask? Well, it's my hometown. We're here to meet some local artists, and while we're at it, we're also going to check out the Big Muddy tours, learn about the Sam Kelly Caves.
My name is Stephanie Belfler. I'm a contemporary visual artist. So I combine fine art elements with street art culture. It's a lot of bold colors with strong graphic line work. I grew up in Willowbunch. I moved to Regina and then shortly thereafter went on to Toronto. My childhood was amazing here in the prairies. I always tell people Saskatchewan gave me my heart and my love. This particular piece, I spent some time with some friends, local farmers that grow anywhere from lentils to chickpeas. So some of those things you will see within the piece. The deer for me was really important because I really wanted to hone in on the fact that this town has been so giving, so sacrificing, and that's what the deer does. The deer gives of its hide, the deer gives of its meat, the deer gives, and in that context, as a community, them coming back together to really lean in on one another and fortify, just like nature does, that strength of we're in this together.
So what's it like for you to bring that to a town like Coronach?
For me, it's about investing and understanding the needs of the communities. It's just, how can we, give back and show people this sense of civic pride, You do live in a small town, but you rock. Like, it doesn't matter where you are. Like, it's, reminding people who they are. I'm really interested in the investment of humanity. And really that's what arts and culture is for me, it's really how can we collectively grow consciousness and bring more love and unity in the world. So that's why I do art.
We've arrived at the Kirby Ranch. We're about 5 minutes outside of Coronach, and we're here to chat with Nikki Kirby about her craft. Nikki, could you tell us a little bit about what you do?
I'm a leather artisan from Coronach. My family and I ranch just west of Coronach. I create Western tack. I started leather work about 20 years ago. I was fortunate to have a saddle maker take me under his wing. I make all sorts of horse gear, so my business is built primarily around tack. However, I have strayed into the art end of it, and I've spent some time training with a master artisan from Beijing, who has taught me some new embossing techniques that aren't very familiar here in Canada. When I'm creating, I feel like I'm giving part of myself as well, and I know that they'll use it for many years to come.
Sam Kelly was one of the most feared outlaws in the area. His story is one of many you'll hear on a Big Muddy tour based out of Coronach. Here to tell us more is tour guide Leanne Kuski.
Sam Kelly was born in Nova Scotia in 1859, and he became involved with the outlaws. They stole horses and cattle in the United States, brought them up to Canada, and as they were evading the authorities, they would hide their horses in here. The ranchers and the authorities feared him because he was very violent. He was a man who was known as 6 feet tall, that had red whiskers, red hair, and eyes as cold as fish. And he always wore a large jacket that had bulges where bulges didn't belong. And everybody knew those bulges were guns. And he proved to the ranchers what a good shot he was. He could dehorn a steer at 100 yards with his rifle and not harm a hair on that steer other than to take the horns off.
What are a few other things people can expect to find on the Big Muddy tours?
Well, Andrew, we go to Castle Butte. We go into the hamlet of Big Beaver to the Nature Center and Oss General Store, which is one of the few remaining general stores left in Canada. And we go to Heritage Site School, which is Paisley Brook School. We come to the Outlaw Caves, which is on private property here. And we see a ceremonial circle, a turtle effigy, and a buffalo effigy.
So you guys, along with the history of the outlaws, you're telling some really important Indigenous stories as well then?
Yes, we do, and we do have permission to pass those stories on to the people we bring out here. We've asked people what your favorite part of the tour is, and for them it's always the landscape.
Thanks for sharing it with me and all the tours that you've taken out here in your 20+ years guiding and teaching people about this incredible historic part of the province.